Hi, there's Jonathan here, and this is actually the the second video about the cancel project. I'm just saying that the project is not cancelled; it's just that portion. So we start with the backstory of Ansem as a kid. He kind of looks weird, especially here. I had a hard time drawing him. It looks like he's a crack or something. Anyway, so yeah, he's meeting his friend Sarki Uruna. So these names will come back in the story, but I'm not gonna reveal how they will look like and etc. So here they're like bad kids, and they like to steal stuff. But even though they want to steal stuff, they want to become like guards. So like this guy saying we'll protect everyone. So that's Sarki. He's a bit older than Ansem. And there's Aruna. She's around the same age. So yeah, they're just kids. And then the transition, I like it. So from him being a kid to him being adult, it's almost the same in a way. So yeah, from the last thing we left off is something was exploding. So there's a fire, a building caught fire. So they have to hurry and get in there. They try to help. So they leave from the guild hotel and they run, and they will find an old woman. That old woman actually has some importance in the story, but if I have to be honest with you guys, I actually already forgot her name. That's something I have to look back at it, because I have other cancelled stuff, but I can't show it yet. Okay, so here everyone of the team is trying to help the kids and the people and the parents go away from that place, around that place actually, because that place itself is only owned by this old woman. So Ansem get a flashback. He thought he sees somebody, but it's just fire. Get woken up by Kalina. Like it had something. Even though my drawings were not that great, I felt like these things had something. Then here, some kind of love scene in a way. So rescuing the girl, and this actually a redrawing of Galina. Here she looks kind of cool. Let me change my cam. See this? Here she looks like almost like an anime in black and white. Then we meet up a villain. Okay, this villain is actually the one behind. Is actually going to be one of the higher level characters, like diamond rank, and he's been hired by this dude here, the little guy. You've seen him in the previous story. So yeah, they're actually after the grandmother here, and of course Ansem doesn't know what is going on, but he wants to stop them from doing something that bad. So he's interfering with them. Of course, there goes this guy. Gives me some Kizaru vibes, but anyway, this guy is cooler. So you see this sword, it's like made of lightning, and because you're gonna hit it with metal, it's going to actually electrocute you, which is not so fun. But there are a way to counter that kind of stuff, but Ansem is still weak in this stage, so he doesn't really know what he's doing. So yeah, even though he's saying not a bad kid, he actually got paralyzed by the electric, and he gets a hit on Ansem. So Ansem flies through the thing here. Kalina shocked as hell, and she goes Sailor Moon mode, and she transforms into her hunter. So now you can finally see it. This is how she can transform. It's like it's called the hunter set, and she looks like that. Actually, the head looks badass here. It's like hidden, shrouded. So one of my better hand drawings of Kine, because he also, he wants to help out. So basically, it's Colina and Kine versus this guy. His name is Troso. You have seen in the previous cancelled comic. So she's shooting, he's avoiding, but after he avoids, he instantly goes to attack the guy, but to him is a bit too fast. So there's like two shuriken style of things, and I'm going to the Troso. Of course, the one using that is Tempest, but one of those hit, because of the barrier, it hits Kine. So let's say you throw two things, okay? The first thing is going to cancel the shield of that mage, and the second one is probably going to hit it. But the mage is so fast. So yeah, more specifically, he's a thunder mage. So yeah, here she's so shocked. It's like, why are you so clumsy? Tempest's kind of funny. So he gets behind her. She's trying to launch a counter attack. As you can see, I put some effort in here. It's actually quite beautiful, but still a bit dirty in a way, but still it has some beautiful, it's beautiful though. So yeah, she got hit. Too bad. I feel like I was better drawing hands before. I don't know. So she gets shot in the stomach. Stomach, I mean chest. Flies away. So Ramses is pissed off because he's actually a close friend of Tempest. And then, yeah, he teleports behind Ramses and says that they're weak. He's there to get the woman, right? Then Ramses gets nuts and he's trying to grab him, but while grabbing him, he's getting electrocuted. He's losing his mind. So I mean lose consciousness for a bit. And then he goes for a combo actually. So when someone grab him, he can just electrocute the thing and then just go with a finger lightning attack. However it's called. How is it called actually? I think it didn't. I forgot. Anyway, yeah, it. So lightning form is the one where he turns into lightning, and then he just shoots. But it got stopped by Ansem, so he saved Ramses' life. And then we got a colored thing. Back then, I kind of like what I did there, but I used different color layers on top of my drawings. Now I don't do that anymore. I don't need it anymore. But I think it's still kind of cool how it looks like. And Ansem looking so cocky, and this guy is like way bigger than him. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like next to the building and on fire. So so yeah, he's going to fight him. So this is actually one of my more difficult fighting scenes, more, where you have to think more about what they're going to do. So yeah, he wants to hit a guy, right? So the guy has a shield, right? The countdown is around 5 seconds. If you don't hit him before those 5 seconds, he can shield again. So, and that's also because of his set bonus. The armor, actually what he's wearing is like an armor set, which gives Troso a quicker recovery of his shield. So yeah, Ansem wants to hit him, but got blocked by that shield. He teleports behind him. Lightning strike. Okay, it's called lightning strike. Then he cuts the lightning strike. Just look how cool he is there. Then again, there's some like on top view, where he wants to launch again at him. But of course he teleports again, calls him a coward. But Troso is actually kind of pissing off Ansem. So from behind the scene, there's Skinny without some spinning, and he wants to throw his actually kunais. He's going to throw kunais, not his main weapon. So he has some kunais in the back of it. So you don't see that in the drawing because his drawings, since it's behind his back, and I never really show what's behind his back. So he throws it. One of that hits the shield to cancel the shield, and the other one goes to Ansem, where Ansem launches back to the guy with a counter strike, crane counter, which actually puts fire on it, but he just does a lightning strike, doesn't do anything, so yeah, kind of useless. But it's still a pretty smart idea of mine. It's all self-taught about it. So then you got Kine. Of course, it's not finished yet. He still wants to attack, but he uses Flash Nado that he used on the Ravka before. And Ansem also wants to hit him, but he has some kind of AoE attack, so it's called Area Discharge. And the lightning goes down, and yeah, they both get hit. This is one of my lesser drawings, to be honest. I don't really like it. It's so weird. This one is good. It's simple and it's good. So Ansem get hit quite hard, and both of them lands on the ground. There's some extra, and you will see the difference of quality. So, okay. This is also some material that I'm going to use later, but they're not going to be in the same kind of thing, not in the same scenario. So this new character you see here is Musha. She is actually, in this cancelled version, she's actually in the Hunters Guild, but actually she won't be in the real comic, so it's just some scrap IDs, So here she's yelling at the guy, like, how dare he to attack them, because if you're in the Hunters Guild and you attack another one from the Hunters Guild, you can be stripped off. But yeah. So this little guy here gets mad at his guards. So funny. So, however, that Thunder Mage Troso is not that friendly of a person, and he's asking for his payment instantly. Because he said he had a security job, and that's to protect this little guy. So he picks up by the throat, and then the little guy says, "But we agreed." And then that's with the woman. I like the way I drew this. It's like, it reminds me of if you know Monster Hunter World, like the Odogaron armor set and master rank. That's kind of look like the poncho. So the woman is using a huge bow, and she can use like something called Poison Stinger. She all have kind of moves, and she actually fights with the bow. So she uses her legs mostly to attack, and she uses also her bow to deflect as well. This is probably one of my favorite things I did back then. You can see the reflection of her Poison Stinger. He bordered that. Then she goes for a kick. You can see her legs going up. And then instead of going straight to him, because he has his sword up, she actually avoided it. It's like, you're here, but actually you're going like this. So the attack of the guy will not hit you. Before the attack can hit, she actually avoided it. And then she goes for a counter kick. The thing is about that kick, it might be like something stolen by Naruto, but he has nature energy, right? So since Musha is a nature elf, actually, since she is a nature elf, she also has some kind of nature energy, where she can hit him. Yeah. So even though he teleported away, he was still hit. And his helmet flies off. Reminds me of Captain Falcon. So this is actually how he looks like. Kind of evil. This is also one of my redrawings back then. So you can see I had some expectation from the comic. I wanted to make it so cool, but my text and everything didn't really hype it as much as the drawing itself. So yeah, just kind of pissing this guy off. So this were actually the story where I got a bit confused what to do with the story. Since I didn't really get much help from any side. So yeah, I'm not really the storyteller, you know. It's Michael, but whatever. So this guy behind her is actually her advisor, but I'm probably going to change him. He looks kind of bad, to be honest. So he wants to run off because she's a hunter and she also cannot just stay there and fight with Troso, since Troso is actually a diamond rank. He also has more influence. Iniko just say like she just attacked him, you know. And that's probably the last thing I drew. You can see how bad the face here is, but before she looks way better. Like this, okay. This is probably one of the better drawings I have of her. It's so cool, you know, the way you can just flesh it out like this is so good. So yeah, this was actually my second chapter that got cancelled. But don't worry, these characters will come back. They actually still exist. And again, these characters are made by myself. Next time, you can actually expect to see the second gacha drawing. I'm not gonna say woo yet, but I'm busy at it and I've been filming it through OBS. So I hope you guys subscribe and comment on my channel, and please you should check it out, you know, it's really cool. See ya. Peace.